Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's nearly Christmas, woohoo. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. As always, it's Tuesday night show to Dare Is to Debate, and tonight is our ladies' show, so it's just us girlies tonight. So hope everyone's well. Mia, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Glad I got over my cold, to be honest with you, because I did not like that. That was not pleasant for the last few days.
And I've caught it off Mia, I think.
Through the spring.
Chat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Banter we have.
It was me that should get ill from talking about Hoybier.
I like your no.
Yeah.
I nearly fell off my chair.
Do you know what? When you two go at it, I just sit and watch and laugh.
Yeah.
It just does make me laugh.
You don't comment once.
No, I don't.
No, I won't interfere. Get the popcorn out.
But no, poor Ellie's got a stinking cold, so bless her.
It's breaking out.
Not nice. Lots of germs about. I think this is your beloved husband that we've got first commenting.
Hello. Oh, any lovely.
Any lovely. He commented on mine, and then he went straight over to Mia's and said, "Hello, ladies. You're all supporting the wrong team. QPR are better."
Okay, not so bless him.
We went on Bobby's chat as well. Bobby's boys chat today.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a dual stream, so if you're watching on Spurs Between the Lines. No, that's not right. If you're watching on my channel, please go over and like and sub on Spurs Between the Lines, and vice versa. If you're watching on Mia's, please like and subscribe on this as well, so we can share the love. Spurs GCTV is also in the house. Big up to you. Big up to Leo Land Lego. Hope you're well. Good to see you. And also Yusuf, excellent win against the Geordies. What do you make of Callum Wilson? Do you know what? I've never seen karma come around so much than Vicario's poking his tongue out and Callum Wilson having a tantrum over it. I mean, that just made my life.
Yeah, I love it. We had that this week, and then we had against Man City. Obviously, we had Gio giving it to the giant robot. So,
exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
We love it. It shows passion for the team. It's brilliant. AJ's in the house shouting at us again. Kate, Mia, Ellie. Evening, AJ. Hope you're good. And Nita as well. Good evening, ladies. Giving you a shoot. Hope you're all okay. Yep, all good here. Please, everyone, remember to like on both channels and sub. Evening, Lee Smithy Smith. I hope you're doing well. Hope no one's been snogging Ellie because she's got the lurgy.
Oh, no.
So if anyone comes in with a cold, we know.
Do I look ill? Do I look ill?
You look like you've got a cold. You're a bit pasty.
Yeah.
So, but I don't like to tell people they look ill because that means you look a bit too. But I can't even. I don't know how to say that name.
Just call him
Edwardson.
Eccleston. Okay.
Edwardson.
If Callum Wilson doesn't like the P taken out of him, he could always refrain from doing it himself. Exactly.
100%.
Don't give it if you can't take it back.
That's right. That's what you're saying. Don't give it. If otherwise, just hush your gums, isn't it? Hush your gums.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can go back to Banner.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
I know what that means. Well, you could do.
Yeah, go to Banner. Sit on it.
Sit on it.
You have to do it like that as well. Go to Banner.
Or you could do that thing in their face, innit?
I love it. I've got to learn all these Greek words. I've got to learn it. When a Madison and Vanderbilt coming back for you, need them ASAP. I think they're being reviewed middle of January. Oh, is it February now?
Well, I think Madison's was end of January, February time, beginning of Feb, I think they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not good, but the time goes so quick, so it won't be long. Big up Nick Brown in the house. Evening to the other lady in our lives. Ash says, evening to the beautiful ladies. Ellie, you always look gorgeous, even with a cold.
Oh, thank you, Ash. She's such a lovely lady.
I know. Big up Pooves. He says, fake super chat because I'm skin. Big up, ladies, and big up, Mr. Elly. I'm envious of you because your missus is an absolute diamond. What about Mr. Jim? Aren't you envious of Mr. Jim because his missus is a diamond? No,
I'm envious of Mr. Invisible because
he's not come yet. Don't worry, your Prince Charming's just round the corner. Just go round the corner, Mia, and he'll be waiting for you.
Nick Brown says Elly always looks gorgeous, especially in her holiday hat.
Yeah, that vacate one, but I put my Spurs one on today.
Yeah. Where your Spurs at? Big up, Jimbo. He says, evening, you three gorgeous ladies. And everyone in the chat. Daniel E says, big up. We'll be watching, just won't be in the chat as watching the Man United game. I might chuck the odd comment if I hear any more of Elly hyping Højbjerg today. The Højbjerg PR machine.
It's my job.
Yeah.
I'm his PR lady. I like winding people up about it as well.
I know you do. I know you do.
I tell her all sorts of shit.
We know.
And I get very argumentative and stubborn.
You know what? I'm known in my family as a wind-up merchant.
I wonder why. I wonder where that's come from.
I love it. I'll just throw fake stats at everybody as well.
Yeah, but you know what's mad? I'm like, I won't have it.
Checks it.
I checks it. I'm like, I fact check, mate.
Yeah. She's going, who's not the best passer?
I'm like, look, he's 11th on the list,
That was funny. I must admit, that was funny. Daniel, please do keep us updated with the Man United squad. I expect him to get an ass whooping tonight, not going to lie. Drew La says, evening, lovely girlies, and pick up the chat.
He knows what that means.
Evening, Adrian Schroker. Hope you are good. You don't offer to cook me Greek dinners, Kate. Yeah, but I cook you English dinners. I do a mean roast or a shepherd's pie or a nice beef casserole, whatever you fancy, Coos. You're always welcome.
It's not as good. It's just not as good.
When you're down in London, Kate, I'll give you a quick cookery lesson.
Yes, please. Please. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Big up Eltel Cockerell, Jose. Thanks for having us on earlier. Says, show some love to our ladies, Elly, Mia, and Katie. Katie.
I love that.
Everyone's what? The love or the Katie?
Katie. I like Katie.
I hate that name. I hate my name. And he spelled it right with a Y because it's like, no one's ever called me Katie since I was about 8, I think. So I just have always been Kate. But
my cousin's Kate actually as well.
Yeah, and we've got Princess Kate, of course, which is nice.
Catherine.
Yeah, and we've got
2 of us don't even use our real names, Kate.
True. This is true.
Joe, actually, the one of the princes obviously is Louis, which is my nephew, and also his middle name's Alexander, which is obviously my Alex. So we've got royalty in our family as well, name wise. Yeah.
I'm Princess Kate, and we've got Prince William, of course.
My name in Greek is Aglaia, if you want to pronounce it right, but in English it's Alea.
Oh, Alea's lovely. Why did you use Alea?
Yeah,
I wanted to, but my brother said no, you can't go to school with that name. It's stupid. Joe will take the piss out of you.
A lot of times, that's what people do in it because they know that the English people won't even try and pronounce it correctly, even if it isn't that hard. People just go on; they just call it completely different.
Yeah. Ian Barron, been back to the doctor this morning for more tests. All I want is to be well. Big loves, Ian. I hope you get well soon.
Yeah.
Katie is my most favourite name. All right, Del Boy over there. Jimbo. I'll stop if I've been naughty. No, you've not been naughty at the minute. You're being good.
No.
Elly, did you know UEFA are investigating the unusual amount of ACL injuries in women's football?
Yes, they are, and it's really bad. I covered it on Spurs Ladies show leading up to the World Cup. Remember when we did our Spurs Ladies stuff? Mm-hmm. We did the World Cup previews. We always covered it. So they're 6 times more likely to suffer an ACL than a man. So they're working on the sports science side. So they're trying to, you can't get rid of it all, but you can, taper it down.
Yeah. Big up Bobby K says, good afternoon, ladies. Be right back. Better like on both streams so Mia doesn't send angry messages to me again.
Yeah. He doesn't want angry messages from me.
Bobby, as well.
Katie Boo Boo is what I'm sticking with, closely followed by Kathy battery operated devices. Yeah, or Katie Vibratory, as you often call me as well.
Kathy battery operated.
It's a big no-no for me. If anyone calls me Danny, it's either Dan or Daniel. I always call you Daniel because there's already a Danny. Yeah. So otherwise I'll get confused if I start calling you Dan as well. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Lee's in the house has got one eye on the United game. We need either them or Newcastle to stay in Europe so that England gets 5 Champions League places next year. Be just our luck to miss out due to the England coefficient. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is a good point. We want really one of them. And actually, it'll probably be more beneficial for Newcastle because then they're going to obviously have to play more games.
Bobby's liked on both streams, Mia. Please don't hurt him.
I might not.
Jim, you know where the kettle is, so you can bum off because I've just made him a cup of tea not long ago because I've got one. So
I met Mia in real life, right? And she's such a lovely lady, and you can put her in your pocket, literally, right? And she's so sweet, and you sound different when you read.
It's a microphone makes me sound more aggressive.
Yeah, she's such a lovely lady, honestly.
Makes me sound more aggressive.
Yeah.
It does, I swear. I'm not like that in real life, I promise.
Big up Niall coming in to say hello. Also, K-Bod has a certain buzz to the name.
K-Bod.
Uber Eats will be there soon. I picked up burgers. Just ignore Jim. He plays the victim as he's absolutely fine. He's just had crumpets with cheese and a nice cup of tea. Arsenal slipped up in a nothing game against PSV. Yeah, 1-1, I believe it finished.
Yeah, it didn't matter though, does it? Because they're top anyway. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a nothing game.
Isn't K-Bod her little friend's name in the nightstand beside her bed? No,
it's K-Buzz. It's K-Buzz in the one next to her stand.
I've liked both streams too. Kate's verse, so I don't have my arm broken. Slanderous. Mia's so little, she looks about 18.
Oh, I love you, Ash. Absolutely love you.
Yeah.
I think you were more bothered by it than I was, to be fair. Happens all the time, but I'll just laugh it off. Oh, yeah, the Uber Eats thing. Wow, that was a nice little chat. Should we finish? First of all, before we do anything, Tottenham versus Newcastle. We'll just quickly go through the lineup again, what we thought of it, and the tactics and the positions that everyone was played in. Obviously, we did do an instant match reaction, but it's nice to, when you've watched it a few times and cooled off and the emotions gone out of the game, to just talk about it a little bit. So, Mia, what did you make of that, the lineup that you put out and the positions everyone was put in?
I was happy with it, Kate, to be honest with you. A lot of people were kicking off about Lo Celso not playing, but me, I was okay with that. I said we wanted someone to come off the bench because we said for West Ham we didn't have enough options off the bench. Lo Celso coming on when there's tired legs, I thought actually wouldn't be a bad thing. So I wasn't actually mad about that part. I was actually quite happy to see Kulu back in the middle because I think he's much, much better there. So there was nothing in that lineup that concerned me, I'm going to be honest. And if you go back on the messages, I'm not even doing revisionism because I did say that at the time as well.
Yeah. I've just got to say 18 inches or age is hilarious. Poor Mia, she's not that tiny. She's not Tom Bum.
No. At least 20 inches.
Yeah, no, 21 inches. All right, extra inch counts, you know.
Ellie, what did you make of it?
I was so happy to see Sarr back in the team because I think Sarr, he helps Basuma and he helps release him to come and join the attacks and drive through the middle as well because he knows he's got his safety net in Sarr with all those legs and he runs, he's here, there and everywhere, Sarr. you don't know where you're going to see him next, you know. So I was really happy with that, and I was so happy to see Kulu in the middle because he can weave his magic. And then there was Porro, like just stepped up like a true trooper, and we were just better organised all round. And I like the formation, you know, and with Johnson on the right as well. We hadn't seen him there, and Sonny on the left, brilliant. And then Richie in the middle, and he bags 2 goals for us. So I was so happy. Even Mrs. Puddle Duck was happy, I'm telling you. That's a private joke, by the way.
I've got to say, I was a little bit nervous when he put Sonny on the wing, although the team, when it came out, was over the moon. But I was a little bit nervous, Sonny on the wing. I thought, God, is it going to work? But he proved us wrong again. Mr. Captain Fantastic was marvellous. Yeah. I thought he was man of the match for me. Just thought he was incredible.
Yeah. And my man of the match was Porro, because I love him anyway. Right?
Yeah.
I can feel my voice going. I love him anyway, but I just thought he had a brilliant game. The passing he was doing, it was absolutely sublime. And I love his energy and his aggression, and he you know, he wears his heart on his sleeve and he plays for the badge and he punches the badge as well.
Yeah.
I love that.
Jim loves all that.
He loves it. He loves being at Spurs, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good reflection because you chose Porro, I chose Sonny, and who did you choose, Mia, as your man in the match? Do you remember?
I can't remember who I said now. I think
I know Jim chose Ben Davis.
However, if I said Porro or Kulu, maybe.
I think you said Kulu.
I think I might have said Kulu.
Yeah,
I thought they were all so good.
He had a very good game as well.
Yeah.
So it's a reflection on the team that there were multiple people that could have won man of the match. It's not, look, it's a little hat that wobbles. It's not a penis, before anyone keeps saying it. It's just a little wobbly hat thing. Honestly, it's so rude in this room. But yeah, I mean, for me, it was the perfect lineup. I thought Kulu should never be out of the middle ever. Never. You know, we've got such a good midfield now.
Super glue on his boots to keep him in the middle, man. Don't move him. He's brilliant there.
Yeah,
it makes no sense switching him on the wing against West Ham.
Elly, you didn't go to the game.
No, I didn't. I gave my ticket away because I was too knackered. I was on 2 massive streams. Jacobs and Talk and Ball had an after party, and I didn't get to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning. I thought, nah.
Bloody hell, you're a lunatic.
You know,
like a raver you are.
I know, I was too tired, and I'm standing up, no way, in the cold, in the night time, no way.
Why on earth was you on Talk and Ball till 4 in the morning?
Because it was like an after show from Jacobs, and we had loads of people joining us from other streams. They were passing them over to us, and loads of people were on. So yeah, I just stayed on. We were having fun. When you're having fun, you don't look at the clock, do you?
No, that is true. Yeah, Coover said it was a good night as well. So he was obviously with you.
Yeah, he was.
You little party animals. I wouldn't be able to stay awake till 4 in the morning. No. I'm not going to lie.
No, neither could I.
Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Richarlison. I've always defended Richarlison. I've always known there's a player in there.
Liar.
Obviously, he scored 2 goals, both with his feet. Who knew that he could actually score with his feet? Are we going to see a resurgence of Richarlison? Or, I mean, me personally, I think it's too early to say, and I'm not convinced that we are, if I had to put money on it, because I'm still not sure he is that player, but I hope I'm wrong. What do you think, Mia?
I think we're going to have to see, even if he scores another 6 goals, right, and we do get rid of him in the summer, at least he's contributed, you know what I'm saying? So I think that he could definitely score a few more goals. But is this going to be him coming back and we're going to keep him? I doubt it. I really do. I doubt we're going to keep him. So I think he might score, but I think that will be him just helping out here and there. I don't think it will be prolific.
What do you think, Elly? Do you think we're going to see a Richie resurgence?
I hope so, but I can't see it because he's a good enough player, but it's his first touch. But now he's playing in the middle, that won't come into fore so much. He can just finish chances, hopefully, with his head or his foot. And you heard what I think it was Jose who was saying he had a groin injury and he had an operation, didn't he? So scared to shoot. But still, I don't know. You never know in football what's going to happen, right? I hope for his sake, because I agree with Mia. I think we're getting rid of him by the summer. I think he's a gone because I don't think Postecoglou rates him that highly. Otherwise, he would put him in the team all the time. And I think if he has a drop of form, he's the type of player who drops his head. You know what I mean? He sort of sulks about it. We've seen it in the past. So now, even if he scores 30 goals this season, I think he's going to be moved on.
The one thing I will say though is we do need to get behind him because we do need him for now. Because with players going away, we do need him. So I like to think that fans, when they're at the stadium, when we're at home, will get behind him, and when they're away as well.
In the stadium, they absolutely love him. Where I stand, they love him.
Lee Smith
they want him to do well. They want him to do well.
Yeah,
you know?
That's cool.
I think we all do, though. I think we all want him to do well. We all want to be proved wrong and him to suddenly start scoring for fun. I just don't know if he is that guy. Good evening, Daniela. Good to see you. Yeah, he needs to be consistent. You know, I think he's a confidence player. He scored 2. If he can get another 1 or 2 on Friday, it'd be massive for him. AJ says he's a temporary solution to the striker question. In the summer, we buy new and move him on. That's if someone will buy him.
You know what, as well? If he scores against Arsenal, for example, if he'll leave, he'll still be a club legend. Anyone who scores against Arsenal, everybody loves them instantly. You know, but I don't know. You have to watch this space with him because you never know what you're going to get with Richarlison, do you? Yeah.
Jim says if Kane comes back, Kane will be in Rich's shadow. Bobby K's given a super chat. Save Jim.
Yeah.
And Ash has given a super chat. Save Jim.
Can you prove that he's alive every stream?
Yeah, we want proof of life. We want proof of life.
No, not a white flag or something.
No, we want him holding up today's paper so we know it's today that he's alive.
That's even better.
Thank you both very much for the super chats. But Jim lives the life of bloody Riley. If only you all knew. Just so I have 2 daughters.
Not at all. When we talk in those voice notes, we can hear him screaming in the background for help.
Yeah.
That's funny, Nita, because I'm 45 and my sister's 48, so we're the same age as your 2 children. So, Ethelston is saying Richie was our man of the match on Sunday. Methinks great to see him score and play well. That's what I mean. So many people could have been man of the match. What a good reflection on the team. Yes, Lee said that to me. Everyone's behind Richie at the stadium.
Yeah.
Damn right, Mia. We need Richie and the others to perform well. Otherwise, winning the double might become more difficult than the cakewalk it already is. Honestly, Cuva. You do make me laugh. Honestly.
He's so funny, man.
He's brilliant. I'd like us to keep Gio. Oh, no. This is opening a whole can of worms. This message here.
The PEH has come out.
No.
I'd like to keep Gio and someone called PEH.
I'll tell you what, I'll lay off it today.
I think they're both going
to give you girls a rest.
And underhand, especially Gio, looks an entirely new prospect. Who do I go to first with this comment?
Come to me.
Go on, Ellie.
So with Gio, he's one of those players, right? He's got all the technical ability, but he's very left-footed. And he takes an eternity to move the ball. Sometimes he sort of jiggles with it all the time, like Lamella used to do. Holds on to the ball too long sometimes. But I still think he's a good player, and he'll play some sort of part unless Ange Postecoglou wants to move him on in January. But with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, I think he'll be staying here till the summer, and then I think he'll move on because he'll want first team football, and he's not going to get it. He's just going to be a bench player at best. So. You know,
and then we can all move on.
Yeah, he'll have to move on. And then I'll be Elly Porro because I love Porro.
I like Porro, so there won't be no arguments.
And then you two can't get at me because Porro's a good player. You two's eyes.
What do you make of this? Would you keep either of these, Mia, or ship them both out?
Do you know what? With Gio, he's a tricky one because he has shown slight signs, but I don't know if he showed enough in the opportunities that he's had. I know he scored 2 goals, but we'll have to wait and see if he keeps coming on, what he has to offer. And Højbjerg, do I need to say anything? Do I really need to say anything?
No. I've got my ears. Come on, say it, Mia.
Let him go. He's not good enough.
I didn't hear a word.
For me, it broke yesterday for the Barca want Gio, and I say if they want him, let them have him because he's too up and down for me. I won't be devastated if he stays, but for me, he's just not good enough. And the same with Højbjerg. I've defended him many times, but he showed to me on was it Sunday we played? I can't even remember what day we played. Sunday that he's not good enough. That I mean, we conceded 1 goal and it was down to him. So
normally an up and down man's all right, isn't it? But
after you read, there's a super chat from Bobby, but you've got a Cougars comment is brilliant. Love it.
No save Jim here. Get me a new batteries for Christmas, says Bobby. Thank you for the super chat, Bobby. And Coover says with Pierre's pace, it will take him a season to leave after someone signs him.
Do you know what though? I know this for a fact, right? I know he's not a slow player. He isn't. He just plays slow in the middle. It takes too long to pass the ball. That's the problem.
It takes too long to do a lot of things.
I DM him. I'll say to him, pass the ball a bit quicker. And he has been doing it a little bit better this season. But he just likes to step on the ball like Romero used to do. You know Romero when he used to step on the ball and roll it over his foot about 50 times and before he passed the ball to anybody.
Yeah. It's the worst thing. You hear creaking when he turns. He's got these hips are so stiff. He sort of creaks.
He needs oiling, doesn't he?
That's one of the funniest things I've heard. He's not a slow player. He just plays slow.
Yeah, but some players, right, they've got pace. They've got pace, but they don't use it. But he's got pace, and he doesn't use it. He has got pace, though. Did you see him against Marseille when he burst through? Yeah, and he scored that goal. You can tell that he can run, but he doesn't use it. He uses it for Denmark, though, a little bit.
If it comes back on colour where he doesn't want it to run out.
Denmark, he plays much better.
Maybe he needs the batteries, not me. Maybe you need to recharge his batteries, mate.
AJ says Pierre was good enough last year and the year before, but we've grown. He's just not good enough anymore. Exactly, I agree.
Even though I like to wind up Mia about it, I bring up all sorts of crap.
Joe, actually, just remind me, have you ever seen the episode of 40 Towers with the one with the hearing aid?
Yes.
It's like that. No, when she says, I don't want to use it because the batteries will wear out. That's what it does.
No, listen, at the end of the day, he's going to go anyway. So, you know why I like him as well? Because he spoke with me and my daughters, and it was so lovely. He's such a gentleman. That's the only reason I like him, really.
That's the number of puzzles this to us. This is your brain.
Angela said it to me tonight. She goes, Mum, you only like Højbjerg because he spoke to us.
Oh, dear. 40 Towers. What a show that is. What a show that was.
Brilliant.
Oh, my God. That's so funny, that one.
Man, well round the edge.
Yeah.
Mrs. Richards.
Oh, my God. There's so many episodes. I literally know them off by heart because I love so many of them. I watched, I know that the one with the racing horse. Which horse? Your horse Nitwit. Nitwit.
Oh, no. It's
so funny. God. It is a brilliant show. Really brilliant
Fantastic.
show. Coover, that's harsh. I know he's slow, but that's ridiculous. That being said, I heard it just I heard it. Just made it to his car in the car park from Sunday's game. Yeah. Højbjerg definitely needs
to coming out there.
He needs a rocket up his bum.
Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. He ain't as bad as people say he is.
He's not. Yeah, Kuba says he isn't really slow. He just stands in a bucket of treacle as part of a sponsorship obligation. Hang on, Ellie. Do you actually message Pierre?
I do. Yeah, I do. I say to him, if you get on, make a difference. I say to him.
Does he actually look at them?
He actually, yeah, he does. He sent me a few messages back as well. I don't know if it's him. It might be his PR lady. His proper PR lady.
Oh.
I don't even get paid for picking him up.
That Man U just nearly got really close to conceding a goal. They literally just got it off the line. That was a close one, man. That was close.
Ellie, that's what Kate does to me, slap me round the head. Honestly, such a liar.
Yeah.
Lee Richards, the only positive from our awful injury situation is it's confirmed who's good enough and who's not good enough. And sorry, folks, but Pierre, Hill, Emerson, Richie aren't good enough and need to move on. Yeah, I don't really disagree with that. And Skip.
They're not good enough for this football. They'll be good enough for another type of football.
I don't think Skip's good enough either. He's got to go.
Ollie Skip is not. If Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is not good enough, Skippy's not good enough either because he's even worse.
Big up Nick Delator. I love that name. I'm glad I caught the live show. I felt like Richie showed true grit when he had a great tackle in the first half, then started another attack. This is my favourite sports show. Oh, that's very nice of you to say,
Nick. Nicky Delator.
Yeah, well. Nice. It is. I'd like us to sell Pierre and sign Mac
Book Pro. All right, we'll have to look him up. I've never heard of him.
Have I? Ever? Mac.
Right, okay, we're looking him up after this.
Yeah.
As long as he can move quicker.
Well, that's not hard. You get a snail in. The messages he sends back to Ellie are, who is this? How did you get this number? Leave me alone. I'm calling the police.
Clearly, you're fucking funny.
Poor Ellie, send him a Christmas message in 2013. He's just responded. That's how slow he is.
Oh my God. You know what though? When you think about it, he hasn't done that badly. He made one mistake and it led to a goal, and everybody's going to remember that, aren't they? They're all going to remember it. He done really good against Manchester City, you must admit. You must admit he did really well against Man City.
He done the job.
Yeah, he done a job, exactly. But he's bloody paid for.
Means you just did come on and just did
what you were supposed to do.
He done above what he was supposed to do, in my opinion. And I'm not biased. He did.
No, not much, you ain't.
No, but if he plays well, I will say he played. And he did have a good game in that game because he linked up from the defence, because the defence were finding it hard to get it to the middle, and he was that link man. So yeah, in that respect, he did do a job. Yeah,
he did a job.
I'll give you that one, Mia.
Evening, Dirty Sanchez, and also big up Tigaro again. Morning, ladies. Morning, chat. I hope you're good. Nice to see you again. Pierre is so slow. He still reads team tactics that are scrawled and shit.
Oh my God.
Hoover and Bobby are on fire tonight, not going to lie.
Oh my God.
He's so slow, he just finally stood up from rolling round in the box on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Do you know when he did that pirouette against West Ham? I burst out laughing.
That was so funny.
I'm supposed to be his biggest fan.
Joe, that was like it's some sort of drunk ballerina.
Yeah, exactly.
He went to kick the ball and he kicked his leg instead.
And be on ice.
Over it.
Dear oh Lord. Big up Daniel
too much time with Davinson Sanchez.
Yeah, exactly. Daniel, really trying to say that to fans who had a bet on Tottenham winning 4-0 last night that Højbjerg weren't that
Yeah, but you know what? A goal, right? Lots of people make mistakes. Udogie made a mistake, didn't he? No one's digging him out because he's a decent player, I suppose. They always pick on the crap players. If Dyer did that, do you imagine what hate he would have got?
Oh my God,
he would have got much more hate than Højbjerg, I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness. Don't forget, whichever channel you're watching it on. Oh, where am I? What's happened?
Richie's present.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that. We've done it, haven't we?
Oh, I think I've deleted my. Yeah, I have.
She's acting like Hoybier now.
Make sure you subscribe to the channels going along the bottom. Me and Elliot, just the girl who loves Spurs, and Mia at Spurs Between the Lines. I've deleted the other thing I did. Next topic, Porro and his enormous improvement. I mean, I think it's pretty fair to say he's probably our most improved player. It surprised me. I didn't think he was going to be able to cut it in defence, but wow. I've been proved wrong. What a player. What do you think, Elly, of Pedro Porro?
I love him. As soon as Hoybier's gone, I'm Elly Porro. I'm telling you. I really am. Queen Porro, here we come. I love him. I think he's fabulous. I think he loves playing for our club. He plays with all his heart and passion. His passing is on point. He gets forward. He's a team player. He's hardworking, but he's also got intelligence and vision, you know, like that ball that he done to Richie. Sorry, it was brilliant, right? So and also he's doing well in defence. He's still not the finished article in defence. He's still learning the position, but he's getting better and better, and the improvement staggering. You know, I know it's not another joke about Hoybier.
They keep going and distracting me in the chat.
Open the can of worms.
don't know.
Over here.
We signed Hoybier in the youth academy when he was 10. He's just so slow that he was 25 when he finally got here.
You know what? He actually started his career at Bayern Munich, though. So there, stick that one in your pipe and smoke it.
He's so slow, it takes him 2 hours to play 15 minutes.
And he's won more trophies than Harry Kane, but that's not hard.
It says you're getting it from all corners. Bless you, Elly, but you're holding your own. So yeah,
there's many people who like him, by the way. It's not just me.
I know.
There are other crazy people out there. Just watch out for
I
them.
like him. I don't care.
If you hear anybody saying they like Hoybier, step away slowly, calmly, and don't say too much because you just don't know what's going to happen next.
Anyway, Porro's my man now. I've moved on. He can do one.
Even Pierre's mum
comes to make a joke.
Sorry, back to Porro.
He took 25 months to come out. I think he gets a bad rap.
By the time he come out, he was a toddler.
He ain't that bad. Come on.
Oh my God. So yeah, Porro, would you say he's our most improved player? Elly, are you finished?
Yeah, I said he was.
Yeah. Mia, what do you think?
Yeah, I think he's been absolutely brilliant. Like Elly said, he's still got a lot more to learn and to be able to do. But when he goes forward, the passes he can do are phenomenal. Yeah. Honestly, they're so good. I'll tell you what, I haven't seen a pass like that. Probably someone be able to pass the ball like that since Beckham, because Beckham could pass those balls because he didn't just obviously do free kicks. People just assume he's like, obviously just did his free kicks, but he scored some phenomenal goals as well. And his passes were pinpoint. Yeah. And Porro has got that about him. He's brilliant at passing the ball. So,
and Glenn Hoddle as well. I have to put that one in.
Yeah, and Glenn Hoddle, sorry. This is who I watched more. Obviously, I watched David Moore as a kid.
Yeah, David Beckham, he had a good pass on him. And a good cross.
AJ says, for me, he's the most complete right back in the league. His passing's exceptional. His defensive works come on leaps and bounds, and his heart. That boy knows what it means to play for Spurs.
Yeah, I said it earlier. I love it. When he won us a free kick, and I think it was against, I think it was Luton, was it? And he was like, I was like, I love that. I absolutely love that passion where he's telling the crowd, basically kind of like got away with one because he managed to get a free kick for something that probably wasn't quite a free kick. And I love it.
Where I stand, right, there was this little boy and he goes, can I have your, you know, where they put a little banner, he said, can I have your shirt, Porro? And he came over and he gave the kid the shirt and he signed it and he stayed there and chatted with the kid. Sometimes players, they come over and they just give the shirt and then run off.
Yeah,
he signed it and spoke to the kid's dad. It was so lovely.
Nice. Yeah. Jim says that PH is still going up the stairs to collect his medal. Bobby says he's so slow that he's the only player to start his career in black and white and transition to colour. Oh dear. Big up, Winket. Good to see you.
But he actually runs off next time he plays.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we can all agree Porro's just been a revelation this season. Yeah. We've already dug out Elly's man.
I know.
And now we're going to dig out Mia's man.
What a useless player. He's so slow.
Slow. He isn't. Is slow. He's not mega fast, but he's not.
I can't push Romero.
The thing is, he's not the fastest player, but he's not the quickest.
Nah. He's about the same pace as Pierre-Emile Whitebeard.
Romero.
I'm not kidding. He is. He's not that fast. But what he lacks in pace, he's got in anticipation, because defending, right, is anticipation. I was taught this from when I was a midfielder. They said when you're defending, you've got to anticipate what's going to happen next and then react on it. You can't just stand there like Eric Dyer does, or just back off.
And
that
then point.
Not defending. Yeah, or point. Yeah, right. That is not defending. So Romero is brilliant at seeking danger. The only thing is just maybe slightly go a little bit less harder on the tackle so that he doesn't get a yellow card. But I don't think you can take that out of him, because he's got that natural aggression. He wants to win the ball. And if he hits the man, in this day and age, if you go through and follow through, they send you off. We've seen it already in many games, not just our game. Like the Chelsea boy, I can't remember his name. I think he's Goodos or something like that. He did the similar tackle to Romero and he got sent off. Yeah, so I just love him. I think he's brilliant. I think he's absolutely a brilliant defender. He scored 3 goals for us. His passing is immaculate. What more can you want from a defender?
So are you saying he's more an asset than a liability, basically?
Yeah, he's a definite asset to our team. And if anybody thinks he's a liability, they need to go and see a shrink.
Bloody hell. We won't go on to me just yet then. Mia, what's your view?
My view is, whilst I understand he has got that in him to make those mistakes, I think that what he offers in the game is so much more positive. I think that he's great on the ball. He's got a wicked pass on him. He can score a goal, which we've shown this season already. And I think his anticipation, like Elly says, when he gets it right, sometimes he wins that ball back very quickly, and also then pushes us on to make to get attacking. So he's very forward thinking. Often he's actually he's like round the box and not actually defending. So obviously he does come forward a lot. So he is very attacking, very good on the ball. So all those attributes I think are so good. And yes, he does have these moments, but I think that the good outweighs that one bad thing. And I think if you take that out of him, then you're taking away what he actually is.
Yeah, I get that. But look, he's got 20. I mean, it says here 20 yellow cards, 2 red cards. That's not right. He's had 3, right? Because that would have been his 4th.
Yeah, I think he's had, is it 3 in the league and 1 in
Champions League?
One in Champions League against AC Milan. Yeah, so he's got 4 together.
For me, I know I love him and I think he's beautiful. He just makes me too nervous. I don't think you'll ever. I don't think you can ever get it out of his game, and I don't think in a way I want to get it out of his game, because that is his game. But I don't think his game suits the Premier League, because you don't get away with it. You can't get away with what he does. I mean, he was so lucky. I know he did slip, but he's got a reputation now. And we all know that if you've got a reputation as being dirty, you're more likely to get cards. You know, the reputation follows you around. And he just makes me so bloody nervous. And I don't want him to, because those first 10, 12 games, whatever it was, I was the one saying, wow, he's proved me wrong. He's taken the responsibility on of being vice captain, and he's changed and he's calm. So I'm wondering if it purely is the fact that he hasn't got Van der Ven next to him now. So he feels like he's got to go in and make these stupid challenges when there really is no need for it, because half the time the ball is already gone, or there's no reason for him to do it. Whereas I think when he knew he had Van der Ven next to him, he knew that everything was under control. So I don't know if it is that. I'm not sure, but I mean,
yeah. I think the first 10 games, I agree with you, but he was doing the tackles, but he wasn't going through the player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was controlling his tackles, but he's always got that in him. He's going to do it. He's going to do it again as well. So, but I don't think it's a liability. If he can get away with a yellow, I think that's all right. If he wins the ball and gets us on the front foot as well, because that's what he's told to do. Win the ball and press. And then when the opposition are coming at you, when you win the ball, you push it forward very quickly. So that's what Postecoglou wants to do, right? So I think him and Udogie are the best pressers in our team. They're fantastic. That's why I like him in the team, because if he's not there, then we don't get forward so much. And Udogie on the other side, he's fantastic at pressing as well. Yeah, so what you gain is a lot more than you lose.
Yeah, but I also get this side of it. We lost the games when he was suspended. Other than City, he could have potentially derailed our next 4 games with that potential red against Newcastle. I'll be honest, I can't understand the logic in defending him. I get it, and this is my point, but I don't know how we move forward. Do we sell him and then try and find someone who's as good, like a Tapsoba? Or do we try and get it out of his game, but then I think if you've got it in your game, I don't think you can get it out of your game. I just don't think you can. So I don't know the way forward, because he is a good defender. There's no debating. He's a fantastic defender.
Yeah.
He makes me so bloody nervous.
I was talking to David on Irish Hotspur about this. You know, like when he pulls Cucurella's hair. No, I've not seen that done. I've never seen it done.
No. It's just like Jim said. It's like he sees red and he just does something completely stupid.
Yeah.
And I look at him, I know this is really stupid, but I look at him on Instagram with his family and his baby and his wife, and he looks like the nicest, kindest, calmest person on the planet. But when he gets on that football pitch, he goes into like psychopath mode.
No, but he doesn't all the time, Kate. That's the thing, right? Because he can be really calm on the ball. He's really good at, like, when he's like, players will come towards him and he'll see a little calm and he's relaxed. It's just sometimes that he just clicks and it just goes, doesn't it? Like, and he'll just do something silly and give the opportunity for the ref to make a decision.
I don't agree that he's a clown. No,
he's not a clown. I don't think that's fair.
He's a fantastic footballer. He's a fantastic footballer and a fantastic defender. He's just got to control himself a little bit better, you know. So
I just don't agree with calling a player like that a clown. Like, he's been so. He's been. The thing is, right, is that for 10 games he was so good, right?
He was.
And we can't dismiss that. So just to judge him okay on a couple of times, yes, he has made these mistakes. I said it was a red and he deserved that red. So it wasn't just me. I wasn't just defending him either. But do you know what? To call him a clown, I think is really an overreaction, in my humble opinion, AJ. I know I like you. You're nice, and we're not obviously arguing with you. And no, don't take it the wrong way. But I just don't think it's the right thing to call him a clown, because I just don't think he is.
I wonder if we had a good backup, like say that Tosin Adarabioyo, where the people would be quite so hard on Romero because they'd know that we have someone to come in and take the place. Whereas because we're so thin in our defence, people automatically are on him twice as hard because we've got nobody really to stand in for him.
I don't know. I think people still would say it about him. I think they'd still say, oh, well, we'd rather have like someone else in Tosin, you know what I mean, instead of him, because he's a liability. I don't know. I still think people would say the same, if I'm honest.
I remember I said about Sean Terry, and somebody came back with the stats that he's been sent off 6 times in his career, and Romero's already been sent off 3. But when you think about it, John Terry could have got sent off a lot more as well. But in those days, referees were more lenient.
And there weren't VAR.
Oh, yeah, and they're really harsh now. They're really harsh. Because me personally, I was arguing with Dave, not arguing, we were arguing that it wasn't a red card when he got red carded. We just didn't think it was a red card because we're from old school defending. He actually won the ball, right? And then that other guy, Enzo Fernandez, he knew that if he came in, he was going to get caught. He did. You could see him. He rushed in, not to win the ball. He rushed in so that he could get caught and win a penalty. And then he knew that Romero's going to get sent off. That was my take on it. But other people saw it different. That's their opinion. But my opinion is I think he won the ball fairly. But you can't stop yourself going forward because it's your momentum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not like he went and killed the player because the player weren't even there. He rushed in. So I don't know. Everybody's got their own opinion about it, but I just think Romero, he's just got to calm down a little bit. That's all. Just calm down. Pick your tackles, and don't go for the ones where it's been raining, especially. Yeah, because he could have easily got sent off against Newcastle.
Yeah,
right? But the referee was lenient because the pitch was slippery, and you could sit. You did see that he slipped. Yeah, so
yeah, no, he definitely slipped. And also the Newcastle, a couple of the Newcastle players did the same, Ellie. If you watch a couple of their tackles, they did the same and they slipped, and the tackle looked a bit worse because of that slip.
Yeah. Do you know what I think's dirty is what that Joe Linton done to Sonny?
Yeah, when he was clean through.
Back.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that should be unsportsmanlike behaviour, and that I think they should change that to a sending off, regardless if it doesn't lead to a goal, because we were clean through there as well.
Yeah, I get that. I just think I think he's always going to be a player that divides the fan base until he either leaves or we see him consistently behave. Not give the ref a decision to make, because on another day another ref would have sent him off for that on Sunday. It just so happens they didn't. The referee, the modern day game is so pathetic. You can't be that sort of guy anymore. Like Graham Roberts, you imagine all these players like him. I don't think they'd have ever made it to 90 minutes because they just go in with these tackles week in, week out. But you can't do it anymore.
It's true.
What I will say, Kate, is if he would have got booked as a red, then some of those other tackles that Newcastle done should have also been bookings, which they weren't bookings because he said it was slippery. So if you're going to be, if they're going to judge it fairly, that's how the game would have panned out, and they could have easily got two yellows, maybe with some of their players. So I just think that it's all shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but I do think it was a slippery pitch, and I think the ref let them go because he knew that.
Like that on Rio from behind when the player slipped and caught, and he put his foot right round Gio's foot and tripped him up.
Yeah, he did, and that's what I'm saying. But they let that go, so
what was I going to say? Oh yeah, but just not long before the potential red card incident, Romero did do another challenge where he could have been booked as well. I can't remember who it was on, but Jim and I rewatched it, and I said, God, if he'd have got a yellow for that, chances are he would have gone, because it was pretty much just before. But it's all ifs, buts, and monkey nuts because it didn't happen. So let's hope that he starts calming down. Nita's got a question. She said, out of Maddison and Son, who do you think will have a word in his ear if he needs it?
Probably Sonny. I think Sonny's quite well respected, and I think he's got a way about him, Sonny, where I don't think he'll be aggressive with it. I think he'll just say to him, listen, you need to sort of sort your head out, like, and do it in a fair way, because I can imagine Sonny being like that, to be honest.
Yeah, and they've got a really good relationship, Sonny and Romero. I mean, when you watch the training sessions and when they're larking about, they're always friendly to one another, and you can see them smiling and cuddling each other. And I think Romero really respects him.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah.
There was a lovely picture that Tottenham posted of them with their arms around each other. They're so cute.
Oh,
so lovely.
I know.
I sent you one as well, didn't I, Mia? I sent you one.
You did.
Yeah. It's so nice to players like that.
Big up, Davo. Good to see you. This made me laugh. We'll see his true worth when we bump into Matty Cash next time. The red card is totally worth it. To which Future Music said we should sign Cash so that he can nail him daily.
See, though, when people say that, right, and then they're like, "Oh, his side of him we don't like," but then on the other hand, you're a bit like, "Yeah, you kind of like it because you want to get him to get to Matty Cash, right?"
Yeah.
So,
you know what made me laugh as well, ladies? Do you remember when Richie first started at the club, right? And there was that tackle that Romero done on him when he was at Everton. And then at the end of the game against Newcastle, you could see the first one who went up to Richie was Romero, and he gave him the biggest hug. Like, and they're Brazilian and Argentinian, so they've got a rivalry anyway. But it was so lovely to see that. Oh.
Ash says, I love that Romero expresses his affection by hitting Sonny. It's kind of like Kate and Jim.
He clobbers everybody when they score, doesn't he?
I know.
He was doing to Dyer when he scored. He was bashing him on the
I know. Jim and I were saying that.
Maybe trying to knock some sense into him. Maybe if I hit him up, his brain might work. No, like activating it. Maybe if he hits it, it activates it.
Imagine there's so many things about Romero that are very interesting, you know.
That's one word for it.
I mean, I can name a lot of things, not just a few that are very interesting about him.
Oh yeah, your other man, Mia Gazaniga, he's top of the league with Girona. Yeah.
Ooh, big up to Gazaniga.
Top of the league in the Spanish league.
What a man! What a man! Oh my goodness, that man!
Yeah, his eyes and his leggings. I can't cope. Big up, Danny.
His eyes are like a green, aren't they? Because he's got the tan skin. I liked him when he had his long hair. Oh my God, that long hair. Oh, so good. So this is what you get when you've got all the ladies together.
He would have been a good second goalie as well, you know.
I know. I don't understand
what I mean. He would have been our first goalie for a little
while. If not, could we have just had him parading around in just his pants around the stadium for us to come
I vote for that. Is it possible Mickey van der Ven has a positive influence on Cutie? Yeah, I do. I definitely think so.
When he was playing those first 10, 11 games, they were brilliant together, weren't they?
And Romero looked like a different player. He was so cool.
I know.
Do you all know why he's called Cutie? Because I didn't know until the other day. Because when his sister was little, she couldn't say Christian, so she called him Cutie, so it stuck.
How
cute is that?
He's a bloody cutie as well, I'm telling you.
Hoybier just contacted me to say, no, I'm not. The message arrived via pterodactyl.
Cooper's on one tonight.
I just came back. I take it you're talking about me when you said, what a man. Yes, Jim, we was talking about you. Yeah, we were. How many times did Jan and Toby get sent off for us? I swear Romero's is higher than both they put together. I think that's probably true. I don't remember either of them getting sent off. Not going to lie.
No, I don't think they did.
No, I can't remember them getting sent off.
What you've got to remember is they were a very established partnership. So this is what I'm saying. When Van der Ven and Romero are established, I know at the minute Van der Ven's out, but I think that will calm him down a bit. I really do. But I don't think Ange will put up with this sort of nonsense. If it's something that persists.
Because when Van der Ven's there, he knows he's got the pace to recover. But with Davies, I think he went over to Davies' side because he thought, right, Callum Wilson is really quick off the block. And he thought, right, if I don't go over there, he's going to be cleaning on goal because Davies won't be able to stop him because he's not got the pace. So that's why I think he did it. Whereas when Van der Ven's there, he knows that he's safe, you know.
He plays for Argentina. He's now called Flash. Messi has given him permission. Kate, do you want a cup of tea? Well, my cup's up here, but if you're making one, I wouldn't mind one.
Don't go upstairs, Jim. Negative. Don't go upstairs.
Negative.
Kate constantly sits at the top of the stairs, doesn't you?
Yeah.
She's waiting for you, Jim. She's waiting
Such
for
you. Next topic, moving swiftly along.
Yeah,
is Brennan Johnson improving? Big up, Mia. Good to see you as always. Yeah, that's true as well. Hothead moment can undo all the hard work. Brennan Johnson. I've heard a lot of people say he's not good enough. We've signed him and he's not good enough, and this, that, and the other. I know Alan from Time Added On. I always use him because he's always one of the ones that goes on about it. For me, I think there's a real player in there, and I think he's shown signs of it. And I just think he's made for Angie's system. I'm not going to lie. What do you think, Ellie, about BJ?
I like him. I do like him. He's got pace. He's got football intelligence as well. He knows where to run and to time his runs as well. He particularly done well against Newcastle. Not so good against West Ham. A few powder puff shots, I must admit. But against Newcastle, he done 2 really good shots. Very unlucky not to score with both of those shots. But both of those go in, we're having a different conversation. Because goals make a difference when people are assessing players as well. But I think his general play was okay. It wasn't brilliant, but he's still learning the system. So it takes time. So I think in the next 5 to 10 games, I want to see him step up. And I want to see more goals from him because he's got that in his locker to score goals because he makes really good runs. The only thing I would say, he's got to cross a little bit better because I think his crossing was quite poor in both games in general. He was hitting the man rather than getting it across. So, yeah, but that will come because we've seen it when he played for Forest. So I'm like you, Kate. I see a player there. Yeah. So over to Mia.
Just before I go to Mia, big up Lisa Tika, Kem, and Ian Ferguson have all come in. Good to see you all. Hope you're well. And Mia, what do you make of Brennan Johnson so far?
Yeah, I've got to agree with you ladies and say that I think he's going to be a good player. I think that he improved. I think that the last game was better than the previous. I thought for West Ham, he was a bit not great. Aston Villa, he was very wasteful. But in this game against Newcastle, I thought he looked a lot better, looked a little bit more confident. His final ball, when it comes to crossing, like Ellie said, is a bit meh. It's not great. And the shots that he had were a little bit meh because they were just like really tame shots. But I do think he's going to get there. And I do think he offers something. And I can see.
What's happened to Mia? We've lost her. We can't hear her.
His Højbjerg's got her.
Why are you?
No, he wouldn't get here until I was at least 60.
Time, though.
You're back. Is she back?
I can't hear you. What's going on?
Oh.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
She's there.
Yes, we can hear you.
Cat behind you.
There's a lot. I agree.
To my house, I'll sort him out.
Ian Ferguson says he's young. He's all nerves at this point. He's showing he has it. He'll bag a few before the end of the season. He's still so young. Whereas AJ is counteracting that with Kate. I don't see it. I think he's decent, but I don't think he's the answer. Yes, he's young. It's time on his side. I hope he's going to prove me wrong, but I don't think he will.
Yeah. Well, Gareth Bale didn't look all that. He was okay.
No, neither did Harry Kane.
And then he bulked up and he came out like a proper man and he was like ultra physical. So he's grown into a man, Johnson, but he's a little bit on the slim side. So maybe he can bulk up in the gym a little bit more, give him a bit more strength. Yeah.
What was you going to say, Mia, before you got cut off by Højbjerg?
Yeah.
It won't Højbjerg. I told you it won't be until I'm at least 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe even 80.
Still. I'm going to Mia's house.
I'm still waiting for him. You know what I mean? He ain't coming.
He said I've got stiff hips. I'll show that her.
Yeah, I think he's good. Like I said, I think he's going to be a really good player for Ange, and I think he's got plenty to offer. I can see him growing a bit more each game. Don't forget, he did have that injury as well. Thanks, Cougar. Yeah. So mean.
Yeah.
That's so mean. Big up, BT. Yeah, for me, I think if you watch some of his old matches for Nottingham Forest, he has got a good shot on him. But I was trying to say that the expectations at Tottenham are a lot higher than they would have been at Forest. So he's got that to contend with at his young age. He's learning a new system, a new bunch of players. But I do really see something in this kid. So I hope I'm right and don't end up with mud on my face. But I do agree with what Daniel E said as well, that he needs to use his speed a bit more because he's so quick.
Yeah, we saw it against City, didn't we?
Yeah, and
he skinned. Who did he? He skinned Garvadal. He left him dead. Yeah.
If we could have Hills crossing mixed with Johnson, we might have a really good player.
We're always like that at Spurs, aren't we? We haven't got that perfect player.
Complete player, yeah. Obviously, Friday night we're back. We're playing. I assume it's away. I didn't even check, but I assume it's away.
It is.
Do we make any changes to the starting 11 or do we keep it the same? What do you think, Mia?
Keep it the same. I want to keep it the same because I think consistency in a team is good and confidence as well. So I think that to keep to keep Richie's confidence, I'd like to see him back, and also Kulu in the middle because he's so much better in the middle. So for me, I would say we need to keep it consistent and keep the same team.
Do you agree, Ellie?
Yeah, I definitely 100% agree. That team played out of their skin. It was, I wouldn't say it was the best game we've played. I think the best football we played was Aston Villa in that first 30 minutes when we had them. But it was near. It was near to that performance, right? And we scored 4 goals and we won the match. So in total, it was a better game all round. But I just think that it looks good on the eye, and the movement and the passing. It was like on point. And Sonny on the left, we know Sonny assists goals, so he's got that in his locker. So I think it worked well. I just hope that Richie can keep it up as well, because otherwise he might think he has to tweak it again and put Sonny in the middle and then bring on Hill on the left.
He's alive.
There he is. Yes.
He's alive, Jimbo.
Yeah. Put up the newspaper, Jimbo. It might be a caricature of you.
I will get downstairs safely now.
Jimbo.
Mind the stairs, Jimbo. She's behind you. She's behind you.
I was say, if Højbjerg's behind him, he's all right. Take just to get to him.
I agree with what you both said. I think even now Jimbo is showing us how to hold a cup.
Yeah, we haven't won one for 15 years.
Yeah, I agree with both you ladies. I think, first of all, you don't change a winning formula. And second of all, I think for the 90 minutes, like I say, I think it was our most Ange ball type game. I still agree with you, Ellie, that the first 30 minutes of Villa is the best I've seen us play.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I had a few people on the terrace sort of say, oh, you know, you'll never play Ange ball for a full 90 minutes because he's going to run your players into the ground. But these are professional athletes. I just think that, you know, do you remember when we had Poch? We was classed as the fittest team in the league.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? There's no reason why they should not be running around for 90 minutes. I'm sorry. It's one game a week. They should be plenty able to do that.
You know what? It's easier on the legs. I know what I'm talking about here as well. I was a cam, right? And it's easier on the legs when you're attacking with the ball and you've got it. Right, when the opposition's got it, you've got to track back. You've got to work hard to win that ball back. But when you're playing possession-based football like Poch and Ange plays, it's much easier on the legs. Because when you think about it, you're not having to run so much. And when you're chase down the ball, you know, you get tired doing that.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
that's it.
Go on, Mia. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's why having the possession of the ball is actually better. And of course, we don't have to actually do as much running. But I also heard someone saying that we actually played different. We slowed it down. But actually, I think Newcastle was the most complete performance for the whole game, where I I don't think we sat off of them at any point. Someone was saying we sat off of them, and I don't think we sat off of them particularly.
No, Judge Mo tried to mock the fact that Ange just said, this is our team, this is how I'm playing, this, and he said, but he changed it. And I said, but he didn't change it, he tweaked it. He tweaks the system, but the philosophy doesn't change. This is what people seem to not be able to grasp.
People conflate the two. It's different. You can tweak tactics, but you're still going to play attacking football. You're not going to sit there and go, okay, we'll play contact ball now. We'll go behind the ball. We'll all just defend. That's not what he does. He just tweaks elements of it, like what he did with the Man City game, because we had that extra player, and it was a bit like game of chicken. Are you going to man mark us or you're not? Because then we've got an extra player in their half to be able to play it from the back. So that's how he tweaks it. But we still play attacking football. It's nothing to do with how we actually play. It's weird that people conflate the two.
I think it's jealousy.
Against Aston Villa, we could have easily won that game 4-1 or 4-2 or 5-2 even. Because we had so many chances to score. Not just in the first half an hour, for the whole of the game. We had loads of chances to score.
Yeah.
But we were caught offside for 4 of them, and 4 were chalked off. So it was unfortunate, but that's sometimes in football. Football kicks you in the teeth when you're up. We did deserve to win that game, I reckon. But West Ham, we were a bit naive in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? And 2 bad errors as well.
And they were lucky goals for them.
Oh my
God.
Lucky. So lucky.
Unbelievable. You couldn't do that again.
I know, because it's raining, Udogie passes it thinking it's going to get to the goalie, and the rain holds the ball up because the grass is soggy. Yeah. It slows it down. Yeah.
Ange ball isn't a tactic, it's a state of mind, like Unagi.
Unagi.
Roll.
We could call it unangeable.
Yeah,
unangeable. We could start that one, Gil. That's ours now. No one else can take it.
We're going to copyright it. No one can take it.
Unangeable.
Good to see you, Leo. Nice of you to join us. You're only an hour and 13 minutes late. Lateness is greatness and all that.
Soap, Leo.
Yeah, good for your bum. So obviously, big game. Brennan Johnson returning back to the team where he made his name.
Yeah.
What do we think the score will be? Oh my God.
All right. Score predictions. Right. 3-1 to Spurs.
3-1 Spurs. Okay. Who do you think's scoring, Ellie? Any idea?
Sonny, Johnson,
and
Kulu.
Okay. Wow, very specific.
Kulu's due a goal, isn't he? He should bloody score.
She agrees. She's saying 3-1 Spurs.
Yes.
What do you think, Mia?
I think you're going to have to wait until I do my preview and then you'll find out.
That's it.
I knew you was going to say that.
Can
you tell us if you fancy a win, lose or draw? You're not saying anything.
No, I'm not saying nothing.
No.
Jim reckons 5-0 or 5-1. That makes a change. I'm going to go.
I love Jim's predictions.
Oh my God, I've been backing us to lose lately, and we won. No, I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs. I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs. I think it'll be tight, but I think we'll nick it because Forest aren't that good, really.
They're better at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they beat Villa at home, didn't they?
Yeah. I know a lot of fans aren't big on Richarlison, but I asked the question, why do you think Ange picks him? If picks him if fit, he gives defenders trouble, and at the present moment we need him. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And also he helps out because he helps out defensively. I think that's massive as well. Don't forget he does get back and he's aggressive winning that ball back in their half, which we need someone to win it back quickly. And Richie does do that.
Yeah, it was very much like Kane. He was defended, he was attacking, he was just everywhere. I just was so impressed with his work rate. And he had an end product at the end of the day, which is nice to see.
You know what makes me laugh as well? Right, Sonny, he runs around like a blue-ass fly. He goes everywhere, doesn't he? But Richie's pressing is better than Sonny's because he's more physical looking as well. He's more physical, isn't he? So in his build, right? But his pressing is effective, and I think players are scared of him when he goes.
That's what I'm saying, because he's a bit aggressive, isn't he? Like he comes towards you, and he's got that aggressive look on his face, man. Like he's going to have you.
Yeah. Daniel says, I do know some rivals personally who are in envy of the fact that we've done a complete 180 from defensive to attacking football in 4 months. People are jealous. Terry actually admitted to me that he's jealous. He said people were saying it's going to take 12 to 18 months to 2 years to change a philosophy. He said, and Spurs have proven that it ain't going to take that long. No. If you've got a decent coach. I mean, he would love to have Ange at Old Trafford, but I've told him to not even look in Ange's direction.
If he comes, if Man U gone for Ange, I'm coming for all Man United. I swear. Stay away from my Ange.
You know what I mean?
Ellie, Leo needs your soap because he's only just got home.
All right. I'll send it first class.
Daniel went 2-0, Sonny and Johnson. I'm going 2-1, but I'm going to say Sonny to get them both. No, I'm not. I'm going to say Sonny to get one and Richie to get one. Go on, Richie. I'm calling for Richie to get one. Cheeky Mia. Jim got the Newcastle. Everyone keeps saying Jim got the Newcastle prediction right. No, he did not. He said 5-0, 5-1 for every game this season so far, and it was 4-1. Right? He was wrong. 3-1 Sonny, Richie, and Romero. 2-1 Spurs. Kuva says, question: if the Spurs ladies start playing the same style as the men, is it flash ball?
Well, they won their last 2 games 7-0 and 4-0.
I know. Do you know what? I thought Kuva had actually asked a serious question there, and then I got to the end of it, and I should have known.
I read it and laughed because I already saw it. I was like, yeah.
He is on fire tonight. Please remember to go over and sub and like to both channels. Is there anything else you ladies want to discuss? Because I've covered all my little topics that I'd put up there.
No, I don't think there is.
No. Obviously, we'll be doing our instant match reaction on Friday night after the game. So, yeah, make sure you join us for that. What's that? Kate, I changed the Newcastle game and said 4-0 or 4-1. I bet you. Oh, I bet you did. I bet you did. I'm going to have to look back now and see if you're lying. The scientific approach would be Johnny Ball.
VAR.
Yeah, VAR. We need Kuvar. Forest 2, Spurs 3. Tough game at their place. Yeah, that's what the score I nearly went with 3-2, and I thought, no, I'll go 2-1. Right, well, that concludes it then. We've had a good show, even though it's been full of silliness and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg slander.
I know.
To be fair, we said we're going to avoid that topic, and then guess what happens? Someone brings it up in the chat.
I know, that was Lee's fault.
I have to go to bed because my throat's going.
Okay, Jim, I believe you. I'm not being in the mud. Mia, when can we find you next?
I've got a busy week this week, so I will be on tomorrow 10 a.m. Doing my members call in, and then at 12 it will be my second one of my 12 days of Christmas with Leo, which obviously it's really lovely chat again with Leo, and then on Friday morning I'll be posting a pre-match preview for the match as well at 10 a.m.
And then Friday night, the match reaction.
Friday night match reaction. And in between that, every day will be my 12 days of Christmas. So obviously, their videos are every day at 12 o'clock UK time.
Wow. Mia's a busy lady. Yeah. Ellie's talking to someone. Who are you talking to?
To Angela.
Have you seen what Cooper said?
What about 1976?
Yeah.
Ellie, when can we find you next?
What is it today? Tuesday, isn't it?
Yep.
I haven't really got anything planned apart from I'm with you on Fridays, aren't I?
Yeah.
The girl loves Spurs. Come on. Hopefully, people will invite me on their shows. I normally get quite a few invites. That's good. Angela's broken her doorknob.
Oh, my God. Nothing like a broken knob on a Tuesday night.
She's
Never want a
giving me-
broken
You know
knob.
what look she just gave me? Richarlison's look. Oh my
Friday-
God, I love that.
Friday at 1 and Friday at, I don't know what time, it'll be 10ish, won't it?
Yeah, it'd be same like last time, won't it? Against
It's
Newcastle.
Tuesday, isn't it, Ellie?
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
Well, I am. What day is it? Tuesday. Yeah. Tomorrow, me and Jimbo are back at 1 for Wedded Bliss, where we'll be debating who from our current squad we keep or sell in the summer, in January or in the summer, just who we want out the team. Thursday is my member show at 12:30, and Friday.
I'll join you for that this time.
Yeah.
Last time, I don't know. Anyway, I'm all right. It's just a little bit of a head cold. That's all right. If I get a good night's sleep, I'll be all right.
Yeah, Friday lunchtime's me and Ellie's Premier League preview, and then we've got the instant match reaction, and then starting next Monday, we've got my Christmas shows, which there will be some guests coming on. I just haven't sorted any out yet, and we've got a special. So far I've got 6 Tottenham legends who have got special Christmas messages for everyone. So there'll be what's the word? Premiering, debuting? I don't know. Premiering?
Yeah. Premiering.
Oh,
you've got me out now.
Premiering, that's where Lenny Henry stays. But they'll be on the show. Every day there'll be a message from a legend. And I don't mean Jim. But yeah, so that starts on Monday. The week, God, Monday is Christmas week, isn't it? Near enough. Or is it? Oh my God, it is. Bloody hell, I've got to fit them all in. And but the Wednesday show next week won't be till the evening because Jim's got the hospital. So damn, when his broken arm, missing my schedule. Jim, don't go there, you naughty, naughty, naughty little man. Who would complete a lap of honour first, PEH or Voyager 2?
Voyager 2.
Is Pierre's Christmas message pre-season is oh, Cougar Bear.
It's pre-season, though. It's pre-season from like 1952.
Yeah, silly old Pierre. Yeah, good show, ladies. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I needed that tonight. It's put a smile on my face.
I enjoyed the Pierre Emile stuff. I can't lie.
It was very funny. Some of those were hilarious.
Very funny.
Brilliant.
Big up to Bobby K for the 2 super chats. Save Jim and no save Jim. Get Mia some new batteries. And to Ash as well, who said save Jim.
Save Jim.
Yeah. So make sure you like, subscribe to both channels, please, and hit the notification so you know when we're on. And yeah, have a good evening, everyone. And we'll see you all on the when we see you. We'll see you through the week, see you through the window, wherever we are.
And in Edge we trust.
Yes, in Edge we trust. Come on, you mighty Spurs.
Come on,
Spurs.
Have a good evening, everyone.